Question. This is a follow-up to my TikTok about not hiring the original writer of the script to do rewrites. So part of the answer is yes. There are producers out there who sort of work inside of a model. They work inside of a budget range. So they may make a lot of different kinds of movies, but they can really only raise maybe $2 million, and they know the cast that can justify the value of spending $1 or $2 million in a movie. So they know that little niche really well, and regardless of the script that comes into them, they are tweaking or revising or whatever to be able to make that script fit into their model. Those producers are definitely out there. Now, for someone like me, I can finance movies of all budget sizes, and there really isn't a ceiling on the amount of money that I can raise in order to produce a film. But let me give you some examples of things that would make me hire another writer other than the original writer to revise their own screenplay. So first, if there is not a role in the movie that is good enough for me to attach major cast to, then that needs to be rewritten. And if you have crafted an entire screenplay and there isn't one role that major cast would say yes to, then I am not going to give you a second crack at that. You may be good at other things, you may be good at story or description or ideas. Like, some people are just great at coming up with a certain type of marketable idea, but they're just weaker on character and story. Another example is like bad dialogue. Like, sometimes I'll see people who can write a whole script, come up with a good story, and just the dialogue is not great. I'm not going to hire you to rewrite dialogue if you don't know how to write it in the first place. Another example is like if you wrote a screenplay and there's 200 speaking roles. If you don't naturally have the restraint to have a normal amount of speaking roles in your movie, like 20 or 30 say, and you have 200 in there, you probably do not have the skill as a writer to go in and revise a screenplay to have 30 speaking roles. Another example is way too many locations or way too much action that's like way too spread out, just where every 5 seconds like a window is getting hit by a bullet. No production is actually going to execute that, right? It's all going to get changed somehow. So if you don't understand how to restrain yourself and tell your story within a reasonable number of locations and characters and stuff like that, common sense restraints that exist in $100 million movies, then you're not the person to revise your own screenplay in order to have those restraints. It's just not inherently a negative thing if I'm hiring another screenwriter to rewrite you. A, I'm already saying I want to buy your screenplay, and then I'm just saying B, I need to pay somebody else to fix these little things, and then we've got a go movie.